What's happening, YouTube? My name is Mike. Thanks for joining me today. My name is Mike. Snowing outside. Hello, YouTube. How are you? My name is Mike. This channel right here is Health and Wealth. The toque is on because I just ran in from outside. I threw up some tabs on my screen here and I just snowblowed. We're getting another 30 centimeters. The snowbanks are over my head. I'm about 6 feet, 5'11" and a half. And it won't stop snowing. We're supposed to be getting another 30 centimeters. So after this video airs, I'm going back out there, cleaning off the roof a little bit. I am ready to go for this winter. I am prepared. I got the toque. The mitts are out there. We're going to make it happen. But let's talk about what we're here for. Today's video, I want to talk about MSTY, NVDY, and CONY. And I want to talk about how they're doing with their options, what to expect, what they've done, and where I'm at with my options, okay? So thank you so much for tuning in today. Appreciate you being here. If you enjoy this content, hit the like button so that more people like you and me get to see videos like this. First of all, let's talk about NVDY. I've got it up here on my screen. I'm going to bring the face down, but NVIDIA and NVDY today down just 0.34%, $20, and NVIDIA same kind of deal, $132. If you didn't watch my previous videos, I bought 10 shares of NVIDIA. My bankroll's around 21,000, so nothing too crazy here, but yeah, I feel good about that purchase of NVIDIA. So what's going on with YieldMax though, right? That's the question I want you guys to ask. NVIDIA fund managers, what's going on here? So the past 3 weeks, 2 weeks, they kind of failed at their options, and we didn't really get a great premium. Now that probably has something to do with NVIDIA just kind of being flat, not really moving up and down. But the two green here is NVIDIA fund managers closing their options on NVIDIA. Anytime it's under $1, it's usually okay. Whenever we talk about NVIDIA fund managers, so 56 cents to close 29,090 shares, and then $1.90 to close a little bit more. So not the end of the world. They did make some extra premium here on these calls, so that's really great as well. Next, let's go talk about Coinbase. I had somebody in my comments saying CONY is kind of scaring them with their share price, and I totally agree with you on that one. So let's take a look at CONY and see what's scaring them, right? Look at the price of CONY right now at $11.84. If you look at the last 6 months, down 22%, which is, not good, right? Not good. So if you're new to this fund, you're thinking, wow, look at the track record of CONY. It's not been good at all. Down 22%. But remember, one thing to remember is that you're in it for the premium, right? But it would be nice to get the premium and the upside of the share price. Now, if you take a look at the total payments from CONY, you've been paid out. If you bought on day one, you've been paid out your original investment, which is fantastic. Now, somebody like myself, I'm new to CONY. I put $2,900 into CONY. I set drip, which I normally don't do. And I'm going to leave it for 5 years and not touch it. We're going to see where it gets to 5 years from now. Hopefully it's like $250,000. But if this thing keeps going down, CONY keeps going down, eventually it may get to a territory of reverse split. And we don't want that to happen, obviously, right? So if CONY is down 22%, but Coinbase in that same period is up 39%, what's the dramatic difference here? It's got to be that YieldMax is paying you maximum yield. That's what's happening here. This would have been a true prime case of, maybe buying the underlying might have been a better option for you. And that's why I've gone ahead and bought 10 shares of NVIDIA because that's been true over the NVIDIA fund area, right? I want to get into that underlying. I love NVIDIA as a company. I think it's just an incredible beast with massive improvements from quarter to quarter to quarter. So that's why I'm in on that one. Now, another reason CONY could be down in Coinbase over the last month is kind of hovering around, 6.25% growth or down 5.8% in the last 5 days is the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is very volatile, as you know. If we go 6 months here, let's go 1 month. You can see it's kind of up and down like a yo-yo, which is great for somebody like myself who pays, just $100 every 2 weeks into Bitcoin. That I'm happy with this, right? My original purchase price was 95,000. I'm looking to buy Bitcoin. I'm gonna be like Michael Saylor. I'm buying at the top forever. So that's my strategy when it comes to Bitcoin. Yeah, that's my strategy when it comes to Bitcoin. Now I want to share with you the CONY buys and sells here. Not good. Not good. Well, good and bad, right? So let's go with the bad first, and we'll call it the ugly as well. They had to buy to close one of their positions here, 12,115 positions for $19.60. That's a lot of money. But then they created a new synthetic option here. This is going to be all the way for May 16th, and they're hoping that Coney gets above a certain price, right, which is $290. Let me make sure I'm right about that. Give me a moment here. Coney, Coinbase, yeah, 290. Yee! That's 24 dollars away. But I mean, we're talking 3 months from now, 3 months, 5 days from now. But look at the premium they got for that, $47.80 per. That's pretty darn good. Do we think Bitcoin will go up over the next few months? Then yes. Do you think, altcoins, cryptos, currencies will go up over the next 3 months? Then if that's true, then we should be okay with this. If not, then you never know, right? But they've locked themselves into that position. I got faith. Let's make it happen, Coney people. Let's make Mike rich. All right, that's the plan. Let's make it happen. The last one I want to talk to you about is a brand new company called Strategy. Just so you know, they were MicroStrategy, but they've renamed themselves to Strategy here. A lot of us, this is a fan favorite. They have over $2 billion in AUM over at YieldMax, which means it's their largest fund by far. NVDY's at 1.54 billion, so we're talking about 500 million more dollars in MSTY. MSTY itself, feeling the effects of Mr. over the last couple of days, which is feeling the effects of Bitcoin, 2632. If you take a look at the last 6 months, it's it's low in the last 6 months was $19.07. Then it shot right back up, in that same era, 2-3 months, to 44.40, and since then it's come down to $26. So, prime example of selling high, buying low. If you sold right up here, you might be feeling pretty good about yourself. That's for sure. Now, MSTY has paid out great distributions ever since its birth, which was 10 months ago, something like that. So you got to be happy with your MSTY payments for sure. I know I am. And so take a look here. Last payment was 227. We'll find out tomorrow morning, 6:55 a.m. If you're on the email list, if you're not, go to YieldMax's website, hit the contact us button. You'll get that email. We'll find out the distribution tomorrow, but MicroStrategy here, I just want to go over that real quick with you. Today, down 4.5%, down 2.72%. And I mean, in the last 6 months, up 143% with the price of Bitcoin going up. Now, we do have some not so good news with MSTY and closing options. I've gone ahead and just highlighted the bad, and it's real bad, right? 2 out of the 3 here are super ugly. Having to buy to close $65 and $65, that's not good. That's the opposite of good. That's doog. And then we also have 680, which normally is terrible, but when you look at 65, it's not as bad, but it's awful as well, isn't it? So, that's the bad news. The good news is the stuff in between here. Short sales and buying options here, getting those premiums. But, you hope that they pan out whenever they are going to be coming out, right? So if you want to know more information about these, then you'll want to go to YieldMax's website, go to MicroStrategy here, and then kind of scroll down. You can take a look at the fund info. There's that 2.14 billion I was talking about. But you can take a look at their options sitting right here. They like to put on their synthetics on the website. Not often do they put the weekly calls on here anymore. I'm not too sure why, but I wish I could see the weekly calls instead of having to download an Excel file. It would make life easier, but what can you do? It's there. You just got to go dig for it, right? So what do you guys think about tomorrow when it comes to Misty? What do you think the distribution is going to be? For me, I think it's going to be in that $2 range. I like to underestimate this stuff. I don't want to go over. I'm thinking 227 is my number. What do you guys think? Put it into the comments below. 227 is the number I'm going with. And I do want to talk about a slight change to the way I'm going to be investing over the next month or two. I recently had to take some money out of line of credit to pay for a new oven and some other investment opportunities. So what I'm going to be doing with my Misty, my NVDY distributions, I'm going to be taking that cash right out of the fund, and I'm going to go ahead and just pay down my line of credit because debt for me is a no-go. I keep my credit cards at $0. I just had a $2,000 payment yesterday. Done, right? Debt is no good for me. I like to keep it at zero. So I got this line of credit sitting there. It's nothing too crazy, but I should have it paid off in the next 2 months here, less than 2 months. And then after that, we'll reassess. But lately, I've been looking at Curve ETFs, and I've been looking at their return, not just their distributions, but their return on their symbols as well. And I've been really impressed with a few of them. Right, so the GUI one over at YieldMax has not been good, but over at Curve, they're giving you a return on your dollar as well as giving you a distribution. I think they call it Goop. That could be a good one for me. I got to take a pause for a second. This is not finance advice. I'm talking about what I want to do with my money. Just throwing out options for you to go investigate and discover and uncover what is a good option for you. I've been happy with YieldMax. But I've been noticing slips and mistakes and on a sideways market in NVIDIA. Why are we failing many weeks in a row in our weekly call when the market is just kind of going like this? And I think it's because of greed, right? YieldMax is pushing too close to the price of the underlying stock, and they're having to buy to close these weekly options. And then so we're not making as much on our distribution. And when we look at NVIDIA and NVIDIA, that's just kind of staying flat. They're paying out 87, 89 cents, but the share price is going down because of that as well, those weekly calls. So for me, a month or two from now, maybe a little bit less, I'm obviously going to keep you guys updated. I might start investigating some other options, pun intended, and we'll see. And if you're a Questrade user, I don't know if you guys got the email, the text, the notification, but this is huge, Canada. Questrade just got rid of their $10 option fee. It's now 99 cents. They also got rid of the $4.95 it costs to purchase shares. And if you're not with Questrade and you're with a bank, what is wrong with you? You're paying so much money for your trades. You got to get out of there. I'm going to put my link for Questrade below. If you sign up with that link, you and me both get $50 towards our trading accounts. But Questrade has been really good to me, and now they've gotten even better. I'm so happy with this 99-cent contract instead of $10 to open the contract and close the contract. Oof, that's a good move by them. They're also working on split shares. So I've been happy with Questrade, that's for sure. Now, what are you guys doing? Are you just accumulating? Are you adding more money? Are you looking at other options? Are you just focusing on Misty? Are you just focusing on CONY and NVDY? What are you doing? Let us all know in the comments. Educate everybody here. This is a channel for growth. This is a channel for wealth. And I want to see every single person that's a subscriber here succeed in life. Let's get to our goals. Also down below, tell us what your goals are. For me, it's retirement. I want to quit my job yesterday and sit with a Mai Tai on a beach in Costa Rica this time of year, because right after this video, I'm heading out there with a roof rake and I'm going to rake the 3 feet bank of snow that's on my roof off. And we got another 30 centimeters coming tonight. So deep breath, guys. It's winter in Canada. My name is Mike. This channel right here is Health and Wealth. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good night. Bye for now.